have him going mad. And the more you realize that she was tangible, she actually showed up on the ship at one point and created influence on the ship, and everyone else could touch her and interact with her. And it raised the whole question as to what exactly is she? What is she to him in his mind, and what purpose does she serve, and how does that even function? That was the one thing that but that was the one thing that I actually asked you when we met, was, you know, when you guys wrapped this whole thing up, are you going to explain what the six in Baltar's head was? And you were like, oh, wait, I got something better. And then all of a sudden, a Baltar showed up in the six's head. In flashback, and you see him leading her through all these situations. I was like, what is going on? So, I mean, let's talk about that for a second. If we accept that, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that Thrace is an angel and she's not just hiding in the grass.
She's quite behind the rest of us fairly tall.
It would be the kind of thing she would do.
Except for the fact that when you cut to present day in New York, and Six and Baltar are there, and they're discussing about what God likes to be called. You know, let's discuss for a second how you see them as in the context of angels, and what their purpose was as far as guiding these characters through their experiences. Well, I'm just curious about that, because Kara's constantly, she's told that she is the harbinger of doom, harbinger of death.
Well, she says that the prophecy is she will bring humanity to its end. And she did. She brought them to the original Earth, and, you know, and the end of that, and the destruction of that, and potentially to the end of everything. So she sort of fulfilled that part of what her destiny was supposed to be. I think that overall, my thinking on the sixth front, in terms of subversion, the original idea was not to know whether she was a chip in his head or she was a hallucination of his subconscious. In the first year of the show, I was really invested in the idea that she was a manifestation of Baltar's subconscious, that he was essentially driven mad by the guilt of what he had done, by participating in the genocide of his entire people, that she was essentially his own voice speaking to him. But even as I said that, I was working in sort of plot lines along the course of the first season that sort of suggested that there was something else happening. And as time went on, and as we got into the third act of the show, I started to come around to the idea that she couldn't just be a manifestation of a man gone mad, that she had to be something more, that there was some other presence, some other force, something else at work in the show that had to be justified and had to be validated. Else, what was all that about?
Well, because she applied influence in so many situations that was undebatable. Like it was actually helping.
There were things that she knew or said that could not have been explained by a rational means.
Well, not to mention episode 7, 6 Degrees of Separation, in which she appears literally and physically, and everyone else can see her. And Baltar is forced to deal with the fact that
that actually is happening.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, but just in the concept of angels and a God's hand or a divine force's hand in all of these events, it would seem that these angels can take any shape, can choose to be tangible, and then there's others that are faced, if I may, with the burden of living a life as human. You know, the same way that the Cylons were kind of rebirthed as human beings and forced to live that life.